Oh, you're back. Don't worry, I haven't waited long. Compared to the watch that Rex Lapis's statues have kept over Liyue, this...
Well, how can a person compete with...
That is true.
3 sets and...
Thank you both. Let us offer them up.
This is the first kind of perfume. Miss Yinger said that it's sweet as a dream, and this is the second kind. It's got an elegant The third kind has a gentle but lingering fragrance. Something like the dusk mist. And it's a favorite of mature ladies. Oh, what was that? That's the one older ladies like. Does that mean that Rex...
But Rex Lapis has taken on countless forms.
What a shame. We only got to see the...
We can leave that to the authorities. Let us focus on the fond farewell.
So, we finished another step in...
Next, I would like the two of you to help me borrow the...
Cleansing bell.
At present, a friend of mine named Madame Ping is the guardian of the cleansing bell.
Sure, but aren't you...
I have certain reasons why I can't...
Man, why has he got...
All things must... Youngster, are you here to... but it's a shame.
What happened?
Back in my day, people said that glazed lilies, if they heard beautiful sounds like laugh, but if they heard too much wild gossip or something...
So that means these flowers...
Yes. The rumors of Rex Lapis's death are... Some say it was a Fatui plot. Others say that the Chising made it all up. This harbor is like a mountain of dry... Well, I shall say no more. This old... that old trinket. I remember it being here. An old friend of mine used to wear it on his person. He saw me gazing at it often, but he told me then that if someone should come to borrow... It has been many years, and still, though, I can't recall when... Oh, these old bones are so slow.
What a weird thing to be...
All right, children, there is no need to worry.
Do you live near here?
Oh, an old lady like me can't afford to buy a place in this city. See this ceramic teapot?
How does that work? Hey, that's... And even if it was like that, it must...
Oh, youngsters. I simply mean that the... Youngsters, this is where this old woman keeps all her things. Quickly now, go fetch that bell.
Whoa! That sounds like Granny's voice. So, this is her teapot? What's going on?
Oh dear, so many cobwebs. It seems I really haven't cleaned it in a long while. Sorry to trouble you children. Please help an old lady clean up.
Windblade! Crush! Beg for mercy. Shudder! Let's dance! You can't run! Crush! noticed. The cobwebs were made of elemental energy. How long has it been since Granny last swept this place?
Judgment!
You know, with such a special teapot and the cleansing bell, do you think this old granny could also be an adeptus? Yeah, I'm more and more convinced that she's an adeptus. But don't they all live in Julian Karst? Why would she stay in the city?
Yeah! Eye for an eye. Judgment! Rack and ruin!
Let the show begin.
You can't run! Eye for an eye! Freeze to the core! Shudder! Windblade!
Let's dance.
More speed! Judgment! You can't run! Crush!
I'll protect us.
Shudder! Be gone! Judgment!
Let's dance.
Shiver! You can't run! Judgment! You can't run!
Let the show. Let's dance. How many levels does this teapot have? It would be nice if we had one of these too. Or at least we wouldn't have to camp outside.
Oh, you found it. Youngsters are so quick on their feet. Oh, now, let me see. Oh, in and out in no time. You youngsters, an adeptus. Oh. As to whether I am one or not, child.
Paimon kinda knows what you mean. Don't you think it's weird? Something's just happened.
Oh, don't be silly. Liyue Harbor has been through a great deal in it, but no matter what, we have always performed the rite of parting to cry, "Catch the murderer," at the top of one's lungs, but now that you have come to borrow the bell, I guess that perhaps so. Why would I be unwilling to lend you the bell? Oh? Well, if it came to that, they would find a certain... We haven't met in a while anyway. It would be nice to share a drink. Well, you must have things to do. Oh, and do tell that if they have time, they can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you could...
We will. Thanks.
Indeed. This is the cleansing bell. Let's place the perfume we've prepared inside. Of course. How would I know that the bell...
That's suspicious. But if you... Oh, yes, that'll... If you have the time, you can come over for tea. I don't have much to offer, but you can always count on an old...
That tone does not suit you. Still, her teapot is indeed very good. There are none better for brewing. When a suitable time arrives, I'll bring a spot of fine tea and pay...
So what's the next step in our...
Next.
Ooh, Paimon loves kites. Are you taking us kite flying? Is this our break time?
No. Kites are children's toys, yes. But they also... I will explain it to you. But our next course of action should
Oh, sure. Curiouser and curiouser.
Ah, sir, you're here. The 7
Yes, thank you.
It's rare to see customers who want to buy this type of cut.
Well, this is Mr. Zhongli from the Wangsheng. We've talked about a whole bunch of things while traveling with him. He seems to know Liyue's favorite topics, money and government.
Well, that's because I prefer to share fun.
Children's toys are very fun things. Finely crafted toys are well loved by children, but this... I have made kites in Liyue for 40 years, and I am intimate...
Indeed. These are decorations.
I took the liberty of coloring out. As for the kite that honors the Drio Archon...
Ah, Paimon's heard that name before. Huh?
The design of this kite displays a firm grasp on the cyclicality, and these markings of tree and leaf pay due on. Justice flows across the surface of the waters. War. Well then, Granny Shan, I shall take these back with me.
Well, allow me.
Hey, it's Child!
No way. I see Mr. Zhongli's the same as ever. When paying, well, when getting others to pay for him, he knows a great deal about money, and about the trials of the common man. He just doesn't... Or perhaps, you could say that he cannot imagine...
How has he not died of hunger yet?
Child, you are as fond of jokes as ever. Well then, the rite of parting requires helping hands as well as materials.
Oh, by the way, take this bag of money. You probably won't want to let Zhong... Seems I missed out on some interesting information. I suppose I'll just have to find a more opportune moment next time.
I take adventuring commissions, but I don't do anything clerical.
Adventure? Venturing into the mountains to capture a few crystal flies seems adventurous enough.
That's not hard. Almost a bit too easy for a reserve adventurer. Never mind.
A most fair price.
5 geocrystal flies. Yes, I do think it's worth about this much.
A full day of odd jobs at Yujing Terrace.
Whoa, that's expensive.
Hero of Mondstadt?
Well, you may never have heard of this hero, but it seems you've heard of Mora nonetheless.
This price will do. No loss to me for...
Oh, help? Sure. I, Tick, always put in 100% effort into everything I do. Of course, there'll be a premium if you want me. So what's the job?
Let me see. We are still missing some wooden implements over at Yujing Terrace.
No problem. That'll be 20,000 mora for a single trip.
Done.
Let me think. Deal. This price is...
All finished then? Splendid. Any leftover cash is yours to keep. A favor for the Fatui should never go unrewarded.
You think you can buy us off with some loose change? No way! Paimon demands to know when the next payment is coming.
Well, how does this sound? You give me the information I need, and maybe I'll leave the Northland Bank's vaults open and unattended for half an hour.
What info do you need? Huh. Does that mean you know what he's after? Yikes! You're right! Signora!
You both need to calm down. I don't know what's gotten into you. Just what is this about? The atmosphere...
Next, we need some everlasting incense. For this, we need to go to Boo Boo Pharmacy, the finest pharmacy in all of... Is everything okay?
Everything is fine. I was just informing them that they need not return the surplus more. Now, if you'll excuse me, I must be going.
Paimon definitely felt like Child wasn't happy with us just now. Huh. The reception is deserted. Hello? Is anybody there?
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Huh? Did you hear that? Where did it come from?
The reception, it seems.
How about you go check it out, and Paimon will bring up the rear. But you can't even reach the counter. Joke's on you. Paimon floats, so height is no restriction. Anyway, there's something weird about this one over here. It can't be. She's a zombie.
Welcome to Boo Boo Pharmacy. I am Chi-Chi. Once upon a time, Chi-Chi died. Then, Chi-Chi was saved by the Adepti. Now, Chi-Chi is a zombie.
Something like this would be unimaginable in Mondstadt.
Hello, little girl. Do you sell everlasting incense here?
Excuse me, sir. Did you bring your prescription?
Surely no prescription is needed to purchase everlasting incense. It's not a controlled sub.
Chi-Chi can get your medicine, but only if you show Chi-Chi your prescription. These are Chi-Chi's orders from Chi-Chi.
Zombies are limited to acting within the confines of their orders. And somehow in this case, the zombie issues her own orders to herself. My dear Chi-Chi, we didn't bring a prescription, I'm afraid. But we do hope that you can still help us find some everlasting incense.
Okay then.
How did you manage that?
But Chi-Chi helps you. You help Chi-Chi. Only fair.
Since when do customers need to do favors for customer service staff?
Never mind. Just think of it as a peer-to-peer transaction. That way everybody wins. Sometimes in Liyue, the art of the deal is simply about victory via mental gymnastics.
Go to Mount Tianheng, find the Guizhong Ballista, and hunt a cocoa goat. Please and thank you.
Guizhong Ballista. I have heard of this device. It's a kind of crossbow turret, installed on Mount Tianheng by an adeptus in the distant past. Located in Tianheng Pass, it was designed to automatically fire at large monsters, protecting Liyue from external...
Mr. Zhongli really knows Liyue inside out.
Apparently not quite. This is the first I have ever heard of the cocoa goat.
The cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast.
Did you want to add anything else, or...?
No, just that the cocoa goat is a legendary animal, an adeptabeast. What it looks like, don't know. Where to find it, don't know either. Where it came from, also don't know.
Very well then. Let's start by investigating near the Guizhong Ballista. Perhaps we will find some clues.
What the heck is a cocoa goat?
Cocoa goat. Go find it.
It's huge! Paimon can totally believe it took an adeptus to build, but how do you operate this thing? Just think how much strength you would...
It is currently inoperable in any case. This device is broken.
Aw, what? It broke?
After millennia of wear and tear, even adepti contraptions are difficult to maintain.
So what are we gonna do? Quick, Mr. Zhongli, use your unlimited high society knowledge powers!
You almost make it sound like I'm some sort of bourgeois parasite whose only utility lies in providing quaint pieces of trivia on demand. That said, let me think for a moment. Ah, yes. Spare parts were made. As I recall, there is a military supply post from that period. If we can retrieve the spare parts from where they are stored, we may be able to repair the Guizhong Ballista. One just needs to understand the...
So, what you're saying is that you actually understand...
I have a smattering of knowledge on the topic. With the parts in hand, I could at least tinker with...
Where is that supply post? Here, post...
Ah, these parts look useful. One moment. I will try to repair the device. It is done. The Guizhong Ballista is more intricately designed than I...
Ooh!
It's easy enough. We simply need to do this. Look, it even has a scope.
Over here we have... nothing. And over there... more nothing.
Hey! Just what do you think you're doing? So you fixed up this turret because you're planning to do what?
Not a turret. A Guizhong Ballista. Also, kindly state your name before you ask a question. It's...
Are you blind or something? You're looking at the leader of the treasure hoarders, old man. This area's supposed to be chock full of hidden treasures, but you can't get anywhere near them with this thing keeping watch. It might look like any other mechanical device. Last time we approached the mountain, it nearly skewered one of our guys. A few of us risked our lives to disarm it, which amazingly we managed. And then we turn our backs for 2 seconds. The next thing you'll be repairing is your faces.
Tut tut. Vandalizing the legacy of an Adeptus for selfish gain. Disgraceful behavior. It is not we who need reprimanding.
More speed. I'll protect us.
Rack and ruin! Judgment! Shudder!
Another test subject.
Come on, we can do it. Let's dance. Let the show begin.
Beg for mercy. Judgment!
Windblade.
I condemn you!
Let's dance.
Replace my...
Judgment! Beg for mercy.
Another test subject. Fry! That tingle? Fry! That tingle?
Let the show begin.
Fry! That
You
tingle?
can't run! Rack and ruin!
Doesn't hurt. A little taste. That tingle?
I'll protect us.
Test subject.
Eye for an eye!
Picked the wrong test subject.
Punishment! You can't run!
Let's dance.
Crush!
I'll protect us.
You can't run! I condemn you!
These lowlifes didn't know who they...
Troubling ourselves over this rabble is not worth the time.
Oh, yeah, that! So we've got...
A search using the Guizhong ballista revealed no significant life forms nearby. What's more, A contraption built using Adeptus technology should have no trouble detecting an Adeptabeast, as
Which means... a Paimon wouldn't go that far.
We won't solve anything while standing here and racking our brains. Let's return to Boo Boo Pharmacy. Explain that we could not find a Coco Goat.
Good idea. We did our best.
Forgive us. We were unable to fulfill our end of the contract. We found no trace of the Coco Goat Adeptabeast of which...
What a disappointment. Don't worry about it. But I feel very disappointed.
Aw, poor Chi-Chi. Why does Paimon feel so guilty all of a sudden?
Coco Goat milk is tasty. So tasty. Much better than normal goat milk. Only an Adeptabeast could make such tasty milk. I'm sorry. I have a poor memory. I cannot remember the name of the milk. That's why I wrote it down. Where did I put it? Ah, here. This is the name. Coconut milk.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Huh?
I owe you both an apology. I hastily agreed to what appeared to be an equitable agreement with this zombie child, when perhaps I should have undertaken further due diligence.
Never mind, Zhongli. You didn't know. As the Liyue proverb goes, all things are random and... So how are you supposed to predict anything? Literally no one could have seen this.
Excuse me, everyone. Did Chi-Chi say a bad thing?
Oh, sorry, but Paimon's gonna leave the job of shattering this poor kiddo's world to you.
No. Impossible.
Seems Chi-Chi took this pretty hard.
Someone learnt a valuable life lesson today, then. Thank you all for looking after my little Chi-Chi.
Might I ask who...
Ah, how rude of me. I'm Baiju, boss of the Boo Boo Pharmacy.
Paimon thought Chi-Chi was the boss. Turns out it's some wacko who wears medicinal ingredients around his neck.
What a sorry state of affairs. This little mascot is even more of a simpleton than Chi-Chi.
Ah! The snake is speaking!
I prefer to stay silent, but faced with strangers, I must speak, lest you mistake me for an escapee from the medicine cabinet, for I am a living, breathing serpent!
Don't mind Chung Sheng. She's a good girl, really. As for you three, communal chaos causing with Chi-Chi aside, what business brings you here?
Do you sell everlasting incense in this fine establishment?
Everlasting incense? Why, of course we do.
Whew, at last. Things are finally starting to come together.
3 million mora. Top quality. Guaranteed.
Aw, too bad the Chising have taken it over for now. Security will be tighter than usual.
3 million. An innocuous number in and of itself. Though practically speaking, it could be a hard sum to come by.
It's a crazy number. We'd never be able to make that much mora. And as for Mr. Zhongli, he's around 3 million short.
This is correct.
What are we gonna do? Is this the part where we go crawling back to child?
Coco Goat! Coco Goat! My sides hurt. Oh my goodness. I cannot believe you fell for that.
Hey! Less laughter, more sympathy!
I'm almost in tears over here. Thank you. That was the best laugh I've had in a long time. In return, I'm more than happy to sort out this mess you've managed to get yourselves into. Excuse me, sir. Dr. Baiju, isn't it? Truly honored. I'm Child, one of the Fatui Harbingers. Forgive my audacity, but I see a great many opportunities for us to collaborate. If Boo Boo Pharmacy needed a stable supply of, say, coconut milk, The Fatui could help by setting up a robust and speedy distribution network.
Strange. I knew the Fatui infiltrated businesses with seductive deals, but so much fuss over coconut milk?
Coconut milk. Baiju, quick. Chi-Chi wants coconut milk.
Yes, of course, Chi-Chi. Anything you want. Thank you, child. I look forward to a successful collaboration in the future. I can give you a discount on that everlasting incense, too. Let's say 2,990,000 more.
That's like 0 difference from 3 million!
2,990,000. Also an innocuous number in and of itself, though practically speaking, it is a whole 10,000 less than the original sum of 3 million. Well, now that this is settled, we must head back to Yujing Terrace. Mr. Child, Dr. Baiju, little Miss Chi-Chi, see you soon.
Ah, that lot is an absolute riot. Honestly, I can't remember the last time I laughed so hard. So, you've been eavesdropping, I hope? What have I missed?
Yes, Master Child. They spoke of the Qixing taking the Golden House.
Well, well, well. Ningguang and her Qixing cronies. What else would they be hiding in the Golden House? If not the Exuvia. I apologize, but I warned you, didn't I? As the old Liyue saying goes, the walls have ears.
This is good. There will be coconut milk from now on. Yes, it's good.
What an odd exchange we've had. Well, I look forward to your patronage in the future as well.
And that sound is the laughter of a man who's found new people to fleece. Consider yourselves warned.
Well, as it stands, we've hired helpers, and we've acquired the everlasting incense. The completion of our preparations is not far off.
Ooh, fine.
Well, traveler, have you gained anything from our adventure so far? Odd? Which is it, I wonder? The questions that such travels raise are ever so complicated. Well, I'll leave you to ruminate over it yourself. As to remuneration for your help, to treat you to a meal. Oh, yes, don't worry. I will remember to bring the Mora this time. Tonight, I shall take you both to an old hole-in-the-wall, praised throughout Liyue.
Hole in the wall? As in a...
Indeed. Let us meet near the harbor, at third round knockout.
Let me tell you how it is.
Oh there. Come and see these rare, precious curios.
Ah, you're here. There's no need to order. Third round knockout is not for lightweights, like those taverns in Mondstadt. Here, the owner does not take such unorthodox orders as fruit juice. I ordered some wine-fermented sweet rice balls for you, if that counts.
If it is to your liking, dear customers, I shall continue the
Hey! There's even a storyteller!
Besides fine wine, the excellent ambiance is the reason why this... But when I say ambiance, I refer to a different sort from the one the Tevat travel guide uses to judge other establishments.
As you all know, high above the land of Liyue lies a pavilion in the... What does it mean to have all-seeing eyes? This, my friends, Lady Ningguang's masterwork that bridges... Imagine. The weather is clear. Behold, the glorious... They say that when Lady Ningguang ponders important affairs, she retreats to her jade chamber with none but her 3 closest confidants in tow. Why brings she these trusted 3 to sift through sources, dig through documents, looking for information? Piece by piece, facts and figures paint a picture on the walls of the chamber. But well before the wall is filled, Lady Ningguang's mind is made up. Having made her call, She has every last document shredded, and whoosh, she scatters the shavings out her window. Ah, look at them, how they billow in the wind like a sudden swirling blizzard. As the fragments fall, traces of text flicker before the eyes of the merchants of Liyue, like ink stains in white snow. The saying goes, the rarest treasures in the land are the words brought by the paper snow. For the words of the Tianquan have the power to move mountains, and all throughout the land know it. These are but scraps of paper, and yet they guide Lady Ningguang's hand. Such is their. Merely grasping one or two of them will surely gift you a fragment of her wisdom, enough to stay a step or two.
Tianquan Ningguang. Feels like we're hearing this name. Liyue locals talk about her. The Fatui hate her. She's most likely the one who hid the Exuvia, and we saw... Paimon wonders...
At last I have found you. You who returned from Jueyun Karst.
Who's there?
Wait, I am not with the Millelith, nor am I here to claim your bounty. However, I am an emissary of the Liyue Chising. My name is Ganyu, secretary at the Yue High Pavilion, and I have come specifically to meet you. Well, in concrete terms, I am the corporate secretary for the Chising. At the moment, I am serving as Lady Ningguang's special emissary.
Ningguang sent you? We were literally just
My apologies, you who have returned from Jueyun Karst. I am duty-bound and cannot extend my courtesy to you in full, but I have with me a letter from Lady Ningguang. She extends a formal invitation to you in her capacity as Tianquan. She invites you to her palace in the sky.
An official invitation?
Lady Ningguang said this. Invite her to come here. I wish to meet her. At the Jade Chamber, together we shall snip every one of these entwining dark threads.
And with that, the emissary who called herself Ganyu just... What, we've received an invitation from the Liyue Chising. Paimon still can't believe we'll be meeting people that have way more money than Paimon could ever count.
An invitation to visit the Jade Chamber is a rare honor indeed. You'd best be on your way now. But don't forget about the rite of parting. Once you've finished at the Jade Chamber, meet me at Dihua Marsh.
Don't worry, we won't forget. Dihua Marsh. We'll see you there. Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber! This is bad. Paimon's supposed to be your guide, but Paimon doesn't know where the way up to the Jade Chamber is. Well, since we want to go to the Jade Chamber, heading to its location, let's look around. Since this is the right place, it must have something to do with the Jade Chamber. No way, just trust by... Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go. Huh? Why? Or... Oh, Paimon gets it! If it was a secret, Ganyu wouldn't have... Alright, let's Oh, hang on a moment. Looks like we've gotten close to the Guizhong Ballista. Paimon has a new idea! Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista? No. Paimon may have just forgotten to think about the sea. Now that you mention it, we could use the Guizhong.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
Exactly. What are you talking? We're invited guests. What makes you... No. Wait. She pretended to invite us to the Jade Chamber, but set up a Millilith ambush here to arrest us. Now Paimon's mad.
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you...
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders.
Well, here they come.
Eye for an eye.
Tactical retreat.
Two arms.
Shudder.
Take the target alive.
Let the show begin.
You can't run. I condemn you.
Attack! Take the target alive!
You can't run!
Bested! Who goes there?
Crush. Rack and ruin!
Attack!
I'll protect us. Windblade!
You can't run! Eye for an eye!
Beaten!
Shudder!
Stop! What's all this about?
Lady Coaching, these two strange people suddenly appeared. They seem to have designs on...
Who are you calling strange?
You want to go to the Jade Chamber? Who are you?
We're invited guests, here to look for the Liyue Projekt.
Well, as it happens, I am one of the Liyue Projekt.
Oh!
I'm Kuching, the Yuheng of the Qixing. I know of you, traveler. You're Ningguang's guests, yes? Didn't expect to meet you here in the mountain.
Wow. Paimon didn't think we'd meet some super rich big shot out here in the middle of no—
The Guizhong Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. And yet, it was fixed in a single night. I came here to investigate that occurrence. These Millilith are just here to guard the scene.
So this was all a misunderstanding?
Anyway, for a mortal to be able to repair an Adepti mechanism is quite the
That was... Eh? Oh, right. So, Lady Yuheng, might you have any idea why Lady Tianquan invited us to go to...
Just call me Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's purpose is to request that the savior of Mondstadt take a more neutral stance. Or at least, to not wholly side with the Adepti.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adepti. They want to protect Liyue's...
When you say protect, you're referring to their sanctimonious arrogance.
Huh?
You are mortals, and thus under their protection. There was no way they would have regarded you as someone with the ability to assassinate a god. Naturally, they would also regard Ningguang's locking down the area, questioning the citizenry, and pursuit of the assassin to be pointless work. Perhaps they even wonder if there might be a cover. I'll say it like it is. They're underestimating.
Well, you've got a point there. Still, this is the first time Paimon's seen a person from Liyue who doesn't respect the god.
Should I respect the shallow sense of time and condescension to mortals that has caused them to delay in moving against us? Forget it. I shouldn't speak of them this way. This skepticism is mine alone,
and Ningguang does not share. Either way, I will admit that the actions of the Adepti this time were quite restrained. Rex Lapis's death is indeed an extraordinary circumstance. But to think that they would call for a council of Adepti rather than come down here direct, how surprisingly civilized of them. Well, for Ningguang, she would talk anything and everything out if she could. But I doubt we can do that here. The time of the Adepti has long passed. If even the Liyue Projekt don't want to face that truth, then what future is there for Liyue?
Another super bold statement.
I'll stop here. Honestly, I hadn't intended to say so much. But you're a good listener, Traveler. You should both be off to the Jade Chamber. Don't be late now. Ningguang's schedule is packed to the gills all the way till next year. The cream of Liyue's mercantile crop all see ascending to the Jade Chamber as the greatest honor. Each brings rich gifts as they visit, all to curry a little favor with Ningguang.
Favor? But wait, that's right. Greeting gifts are a staple of Liyue's culture. We need to get one. Not to curry favor or anything, just...
Alright. You can decide on your greeting gift yourselves. Let me tell you how to get to the Jade Chamber first. You didn't actually have to come to Mount Tianheng. Go back to Liyue Harbor. Find a guide at the Yuehai Pavilion. Well then, may we meet again, Traveler.
Well, that Yuheng may not respect the gods, but Paimon thinks she's a pretty cool person. So, what should we give to Ningguang when we see her? Oh, right! Paimon dreamed of an amazing snack last night. Sugar-frosted slime. Paimon has a feeling that it would be perfect for a super rich person like Ningguang. Why don't we go with that for a gift? Nope! But Paimon's sure that we just need to make it with some boom shaka-laka. Let's go gather ingredients. Time waits for no one. Look at that slime! It looks crystal clear! And very delicious! That's the one! Sir! Huh? Yeah! Hit! Ha! Ha!
You can't run!
Go, Barbara, go!
Windblade!
Judgment!
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Huh? Did you hear that? No! That was definitely someone someone in... Uh-oh. It looks like the treasure hoarders have locked someone... Let's dance.
There's no end to this.
Hey?
Direct assault!
Crush!
Yeah, more speed.
Go, Barb!
You're open!
Judgment!
You're open!
Let the show begin.
You're open!
Beg for mercy.
Thank you for your help, kind travelers. If you hadn't come to my aid, I surely would have rotted in this cell. Those treasure hoarders, when their mood was good, they'd rearrange those pots of sweet flowers. When they were in a bad mood...
Aw, it was nothing. No need to thank us all at once, or...
I understand. Don't worry. Don't say that. I'm Meng Dan, a supplier for Mingxing jewelry in Liyue Harbor. I often walk around these mountains in search of... I never expected that those treasure hoarders would have their eyes on the same ruins that I had. Is there anything that you lack? Antiques, treasure, various knickknacks, you name it. Well,
Wait a moment. Actually, we are looking...
Oh? And what...
Do you have a box that can store presents? We'd like a pretty one. The kind that you can use to store...
Of course we do. How can one sell antiques without gift boxes? At Mingxing Jewelry, we have the best gift wrapping service. Now just give me a moment, and I'll let the boss know. You can go see her whenever you require.
Great! Paimon Sugar Frosted Slime now comes in a beautiful pack.
But you didn't let me finish.
Hey there! A guy called Meng Dan told us that we could get a nice and shiny box.
Uncle Meng already told me about it. Thank you both for saving. Many of the best goods in our store were found by Uncle Meng. If anything were to happen to him, it would be impossible for us to continue doing... Here, this container is itself an antique, with at least 140 years of history. It's already been cleaned. Will it do?
Yep. It's great! Hang on a moment. Could we borrow one other thing?
Sure. Please help yourselves. As long as it's on our shelves.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our mixing bowl, It's done! The one and only sugar-frosted slime! Carefully now. Into the box it goes and dust it over with...
Oh, yes. You might want to use these 2 freshly picked flowers.
Woohoo! It looks beautiful! Great! Now that we've put all that we've got into this box, let's go to the Jade Chamber to see Ningguang.